Well, good almost afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, a Christian whistleblower. Unlike me to be a little bit tardy, I was having a very important conversation over my text, so I do apologize for that brief little delay. But here we are, about ready to talk about some good stuff, ladies and gentlemen. I am Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian whistleblower. Welcome to the Gospel Truth channel. And we are here to help you lose religion and find God. I hope you've been watching my on location videos. There have been some great ones. Coral Castle, the Parthenon in Nashville, Lookout Mountain, the Hermitage. It's the beginning of Jeffrey Daugherty's paranormal trip, and it's going to be rolling out even more as we get a few more things in order. We've almost got the NCK Beaver ready to roll, and we're going to put Rooney in that thing, and we're going to hit the road, pardon me, and we're going to have some great times. We're going to bring you some great broadcasting. What we're going to do is go to the great paranormal sites across this country that you've always wanted to see, but you can't drop your life and take you and your cat into a motorhome and go wherever you want to go. Well, we're going to do it. We've already started doing it. We'll be going to the great paranormal places. We'll be going to the great places of mystery. We'll be going to just some great historical places. And we'll be going to places where people need help, people need deliverance. And we will be going and doing seminars, just like we did here in Clearwater. The What to Do When You Find That You're Dead seminars. We're going to be doing those all over the country. And Star Dancer, I'm also happy that people are waking up. Rex has talked to me about doing an event once a month somewhere in the country. Of course, I'm totally down with that. And we're just trying to coordinate that and get that going. But Rex or no Rex, we're going to be out there. And I hope that we can be out there with Rex as well. If you saw the show last night with Jennifer Baranski or Jennifer Collins, Beth, I'm glad I'm living your dream. I'm living my dream as well. So nice to see you. Thank you very much for being here. And there's no me doing this if there's no you doing what you do. And I really appreciate it beyond words. And if you are enjoying this, if you are being helped by it, meditatively consider to support me financially through jeffreydaugherty.com. Hit the donate button. Think simply, I actually have a Class C motorhome, so I don't have to tow anything. But thank you for asking, and there you go. But if somebody was to gift me with a super great truck, well, then I could actually sell the Class C and get a super duper trailer, if that would make more sense. But anyway, there we go. If you watched the show last night, you saw that we were talking about UFOs, we're talking about ETs, we're talking about aliens, we're talking about the church, we're talking about demons. And I want to pick up on that. Hello, Melissa. I want to pick up on that and move forward with it because, folks, I've got to tell you, whether you believe it or not, whether you want to believe it or not, whether you fight against it or not, the fact of the matter is that, in my opinion, and that opinion is based on 36 years of spiritual research across the spectrum. It's based on having a Bible college degree, spending 20 years as a licensed minister, having been on coast to coast 7 times, veteran of exorcism, spiritual travel, all that stuff. This almost 40 years, well, it's not 40, it's 36 or so years of over 1,000 hours of study in the Bible. It's convinced me that what we call demons, what we call aliens, and what we call the church are working together. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The Roman Church, be it the Roman Catholic or the Roman Protestant iteration, whichever one, they're both working with what we call demons. They're both working with what we call aliens. And I'm going to show that to you today. I think I'm going to prove that to you today. And later on today, we're going to talk about the distinct possibility in my mind, again, based on all that research, that a certain number of UFOs are demons. And then we're going to talk about disclosure and What if disclosure is disinformation? So it's going to be a very interesting day around here today on the Christian Whistleblower Show, the Gospel Truth Channel. So let's go ahead and start talking about what we're going to talk about. That the demons, the church, the UFOs are working together. And I've got my notes here. So let's talk about showing to you how and why the demons are working with the church. And I'm going to show you it makes very perfect sense why the demons and the church are working together. It's one of the things that I discovered a few years ago, and it just is, it so perfectly makes sense from what I've seen over 36 years, from what I used to see within the church, from what I now see outside the church. It just makes perfect sense. And if you can set aside your preconditioned understandings, if you can set aside your preconditioned beliefs, if you can get outside of your cognitive dissonance, this will slam home to you like a 18-wheeler, 85 miles an hour into a concrete wall. And guess what? It wouldn't go through the concrete wall like a cutout. Airplanes don't go through steel buildings like cutouts any more than 18-wheelers go through concrete walls. But we don't want to talk about that. That's not what this show is about. It's just amazing to me the things that people will believe. So let me show you how the demons and the church are working together. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty, the Christian Whistleblower. This is the Gospel Truth Channel. We're helping you to lose religion and find God. And here's what happens. Here's the Christ. And he says, listen, guys, when you cast a demon out, it walks through dry places seeking rest, and it finds none. And I used to cast out a lot of demons. Now I cast out some demons because I just don't, I'm not in a place where people are calling me all the time to get demons cast out. I can still do it with great proficiency, but for some reason, we're not casting out so many demons these days, and I have no problem with that. In fact, I kind of like that. But I remember when I first started casting out demons, and everybody was just casting out the demons and moving on, and I was one of the first people to say, well, what happens to those demons after we cast them out? Where do they go? What do they do? Well, that's what led me to this scripture originally. So when you cast out a demon, it goes. This is the original Greek. It goes on a travel, it goes on a journey, it goes out. So it goes out, and whoops, I'm one verse too soon. Let me go back. One verse too late. Okay, no. Where were we? 43. Yeah. When the unclean spirit is gone out, they do go out. They go out, they come out. Even when the Catholic Church does it, they go out. Now, that might surprise you to hear me say that the Catholic Church does cast out demons. They do it in like 3 days, that what I could do in 35 seconds. But they do eventually get them out. And there's reasons for why it takes 3 days. There's reasons for all the pomp. There's reasons for all the pageantry. There's reasons for all the drama. There's reasons for all the conflicts. There's reasons for the crucifixes in the vaginas. There's reasons for the green spittle coming out of the mouth. There's reasons for the priests out the window. There's reasons for all of that stuff. But sooner or later, the Catholic Church does get around, and some of your Protestant Bob Larson idiot types, they get around to casting out demons every now and then. But the demons really do go out. They just take, hours, what your Christian whistleblower and anybody that knows what they're doing can do in minutes. Anyone that's not trying to make a show, but anyone that's actually trying to help somebody. So they go out from the person. And then what do? They go through waterless. Well, they don't need water, Jeff. They go through waterless. Come on, man. They go through waterless. They go through dry places. Now, if you're a spirit and you're in a person, then you've got all the juice you need. You got all the water you need. You've got all the nourishment you need if you're in a person. Once you're out of a person, you lose that connection as a spirit, and you get dry, brother. You get dry, sister. They're used to having all the juice they want. They're used to being in a walking juice box, a cheap wine juice box, something like that. They're used to being in that. But when they're not in it, they're dry. They're like, oh man, we're all dry. And they're not used to that. They're in a waterless place. They're seeking rest. What are they seeking? Well, why do they got to rest? They're demons. They're seeking cessation from labor. They're seeking refreshment. When they're inside you, they don't need to work because they've already got a little dummy to do what they want to do. Oh, praise Jesus. Oh, thank you, Lord. Oh, they have a little puppet to do what they want them to do. They have all the refreshment they need. But when they're out of a person, they got no juice, they got no refreshment, and they don't have any. They don't have it. They want it. They miss it. So this is what happens when you cast a demon out. It goes out and it says, crap, I want to be back in. So then what happens? This demon's walking around. It's hungry. It's thirsty. It wants a real boy again. That's a Pinocchio reference for you. Then it says, listen, let me go back to where I came out of. Where did this demon just come out of? A person. Let me go back to where I just came out of. All right. So he comes back and he finds that person unoccupied, standing empty. They're just empty. They're all empty. And guess what? They're swept and put in order. They're all cleaned up. They're all decorated. They're all nice again. So that demon says, listen, here I am. I got thrown out of this place. Now I'm going back to this place. It looks really good. So what am I going to do? He goes and he goes and gets 7 other demons. Okay, 7. Now 7's bad enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 demons plus the one that came out would be 8 demons. That's bad, right? Nobody wants 8 demons, but let me lay a little bit of this on you. The number 7 in scripture often has figurative meaning. Now, I'm not going to get you down into the conjugation of Greek, but 7 can sometimes mean 7. 7 can sometimes mean 70. And 7 can sometimes mean 70 times 7, which is indicative of infinity. It's like God's perfect finished work. It's also the perfect, complete totality of work of demons. So what happens is this thing goes out and it comes back with at least 7, maybe 70, maybe a legion of demons and spirits just like it. Just like it. And then what do? I was wrong. I misspoke. It's not 7 spirits that are just like it. It's 7 spirits that are more evil. 7 spirits that are more evil, more bad, more wicked, more malicious. The word comes from ponos, which means pain and laborious trouble, pain-ridden, agonies. So how many of you or the people you know are suffering from pain and agonies, and it's really spiritual in nature? That gives me another idea for the paranormal trip. We need to be going and healing people. Why don't I get back to the old rock and roll gospel gunner, Brother Jeff, casting out demons, healing the sick, but doing it for real this time? That's a great idea. So anyway, they come in, and the man who had the one demon to start with now is worse than when he started. That's how this generation of evil works, is what the Christ says. And this might be the key to the whole verse. This is how this generation works. What's this generation? This generation is how this family, this race works. This is how the powers that be, this generation works. So, Jeff, what are you trying to tell us? Well, now that I've shown it to you in the Greek, I've shown you the objective fact. Let me lay this on you. and tell you what happened. So here's the thing, ladies and gentlemen. When you cast out a demon, and first of all, I learned this lesson, be very, very certain that the person that you want to cast a demon out of wants it. I get a lot of letters. How do I help my son, my brother, my sister, my in-law, my outlaw? They've got a demon. They just don't want to get rid of it. And you can't do anything, because I learned that the hard way. Long story short, I went, cast a demon out of a lady. It took me 45 minutes. I was young, didn't know what I was doing. Cast the demon out. Demon goes out. She sits up and goes, "Where's my friend?" Bam, demon right back. You've got to make sure that the person that you're casting the demon out of wants the demon gone. Because if they don't, you're wasting your time. And guess what? What did I do to that poor woman? I cast a demon out of her that she didn't want out. And when that demon went out, what did he do? It was quick, so maybe he didn't get a chance to grab 70 or infinity, but he grabbed some spirits worse than him. And it was worse for her after stupid idiot baby evangelist Jeff screwed her over. So first of all, make sure that the person that you're casting demons out of wants them out. Don't walk down the street like some idiots that we used to do. We would go down and we would see people that we knew were afflicted with demons, and we'd cast the demons out and they'd leave. And they probably laughed at the idiots that we were, because they'd go get some worse and go back in and bam, it's worse than it was before. So here's what's happening with the church. The Catholic Church is emptying out. The Protestant churches are emptying out. People are fleeing Roman Christianity, be it Roman Catholic or being Roman Protestant, in record numbers. They're leaving. Rats off a sinking ship. Their biggest tool is fear. So they're talking up exorcism. They're talking up demons. They're talking up devils, because they want to get people so afraid of the devil that people realize, well, yeah, I don't like the church, but at least they can control the devil, because I've seen it in the movies. And I know if I go back, they can control the devil and get rid of this devil that I've got, my kids got, my brothers got, my sisters got. So the whole thing about demons is scaring people back into the church. And here's what's happening. The Roman Catholic Church and the Roman Protestant Church, and I've seen this myself, ladies and gentlemen, I know it's happening. It's not speculation. They are working with the demons. Here's what happens. The churches need a show. The churches need a show of power. The churches need to have people in the pews in awe of the clergy. The churches need for the people that are in the pews, the people that are in the mass, whatever, and they need those people to be in awe of the clergy members. Demons need refreshment, right? Demons need food. Demons need puppets. Demons need juice. They need to be inside of a person. So the church and the demons have worked out a deal. I'm a Roman Catholic priest. I'm a Bob Larson idiot wannabe Protestant evangelist. I need a good show. I need some drama to convince people that I am Superman or Superwoman, because some of you ladies are doing this, I almost said a bad word, stuff too. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to jump on a person, demon, and you're going to create all of this drama. You're going to make him throw up. You're going to make him burp. You're going to make him flatulent. You're going to make him scream and snarl and swipe. You're going to put on this big show. And it's going to take a while, because you want to make a big show. And then you're going to let me, with all my homina, woo, 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 homina, hama, patri, fatri, mugga, bugga, bugga, all of my I'm going to say it again. You're going to let me do all of my stuff. And eventually you're going to get cast out. So you get to twist this poor person up. I get to look like a hero. And I get the people in the pew to say, wow, oh, the priests are so powerful. The power of Christ compels you. Wow, they're so, oh, those priests, I know that they're probably buggering little boys, but they can cast out demons. I know that that preacher's stealing money and screwing his secretary, but he can cast out demons. I know that they're super rich and don't care about anybody, but they can cast out demons. And I'm afraid of demons, so I better hang around. That's what the church gets. They get the prestige. They get the power. They get the worship. They get their pews filled. Well, what do the demons get? The demons are getting cast out, Jeff. Why would the demons go for this deal? Remember, if a demon gets cast out, that's one demon. He's in a place, he's feeling good, right? But there's at least 7 other demons, or 69, or infinity that are out there that aren't in somebody. So the deal is this: you let us cast you out, demon, then you go get a bunch of your buddies that don't have a place to go, and you come back here, and you can have this person back again. And here's the beauty of it, because this person feels like they got free, and this doesn't always happen like that. It can take a week, a month, a year. Jennifer Baranski talked about this the other night. Why do these people always seem to get demons again? And brother, sister, I'm telling you, I would go to churches year after year. That's the way it works. If you're good as an evangelist, they invite you back every year. Same people getting saved again. Same people getting healed again. Same people getting demons cast out of them again. I used to get to the place where I would say, no, sister, the last 3 years I've prayed for your stomach to be healed. And as soon as I leave, you're back to eating 6 pounds of bacon, 14 dozen eggs, and 2 chocolate cakes for breakfast. Go sit down. You're not ready to be healed. I would do that stuff. This isn't nothing new. I've been a jerk for a long time. But I'm the jerk that cares enough to tell you the truth that's going to set you free, not pat you on your little head and send you down your way. Anyways, the demons get to say, look, there's a lot of homeless demons. So the church is helping the homeless. Never let it be said that the Catholic Church and the Protestant Church aren't helping the homeless. They are helping homeless demons find homes every single day because they love you so much. They're helping you provide homes for homeless demons. So that must be why you continue to go to the Catholic Church, because they help the homeless. That must be why you continue to go to your Protestant churches, because they help the homeless. Joel Osteen helps the homeless, not any actual real people, not by opening up his church and actually helping people during a disaster, but no, he helps the homeless demons come into people. So isn't that nice that your Roman Catholic Church, your Roman Protestant churches are helping the homeless? That must be why you still go to them. But that's the deal, ladies and gentlemen. The deal is, and the beauty of it is, when they come back to that person, they lay low for a while, they chill for a while, and then they erupt again. So guess what? That person comes back to the church if they've left. That person comes back to the super priest. That person comes back to the super preacher. I remember one time Jimmy Swaggart said, this was after his little problem with the prostitute the first time. And he said, I used to think I was super preacher. And everybody laughed in the congregation. He says, don't laugh, because it was y'all that made me believe that. And he's right. You build these priests up. You build these preachers up. Instead of being your own guru, you build up a preacher. Instead of guiding your own spirit, you build up a preacher. Instead of mastering your own ascension, you build up a preacher. Or if you're really spiritual, you don't deal with preachers anymore. You deal with card readers and palm readers and astrologists and angel cards and all that, because you're more spiritual than to do what a preacher tells you to do. But now you go to a psychic to tell you what to do. And of course, I agree with those things. I don't agree with you using them to do what they're telling you to do. They're for confirmation, they're for information. And then those of you that are really spiritual, you go to spirit guides and ascended masters and channel information, and you're just as stupid as the person. And I said it. I said the S word, stupid, because you know better. You're just as stupid as the person doing what the preacher tells them to do. If you're doing what your ascended master tells you to do, you're just as stupid as the person who's doing what a preacher tells them to do. If you're doing what your spirit guide tells you to do, you're just as stupid as the person that's doing what their priest tells them to do. We had a wonderful person in the chat room last night saying they're in charge of the world. There's 144,000 of them. They're the greatest thing going, because some damn spirit's telling them that, and they're stupid enough to believe it. Guide your own spirit, master your own ascension, be your own guru, ask questions, question answers. Lose religion, all religion. New Age rainbows, unicorns religion, just as bad as Roman Protestant, Roman Catholic religion, probably worse because it carries the curse of faux enlightenment. Oh, I'm New Age now. Listen up, stupid. New Age is nothing more than a new cage for you. Be divine, be sovereign, be free. You know I love you. That's why I'm calling you stupid, because it is stupid. You know better. Anyway, where was I going with this? The demon comes back. The person starts acting out again, and we get to do the whole process over. It's guaranteed employment for the demon, guaranteed employment for the church, guaranteed continued residence, end of homelessness for demons. That's what's going on right now with this great big surge in demonology and exorcism. I almost hate to do it, but let's go to the chat room and see see what people are saying about this. Let's see what people are saying about this. Matt and Jenny studied for a year and got the same clues. Thank you. Excellent. Just realized the H.R. Geiger alien as the cover photo. Yeah. I appreciate you catching me live as well. Make people aware. People legit died on the Exorcist set, I think. Don't know if they did or not, but yeah, it's happened. A walking juice box. That's all we are, Mark. Lord of Hosts, empty people. Oh, that's excellent. Oh, that's excellent. Deborah Smith. He's the Lord of Hosts because you're empty and you're being filled with whatever spirit he wants you to be filled with. Bam. I got to write that down, Deborah. I'm going to steal that. I'm going to put Deborah L. Smith, Lord of Hosts. Oh, that's a program coming up. Thank you, Deborah. That's really good work. There are no aliens from extraterrestrial planets, only interdimensional beings, many of whom have been controlling our politicians and thus the world for a long time. I don't know about that, Lana. I almost agree with you, but I think we have to keep our mind open to the possibility of some extraterrestrial entities. I'm not sure, but maybe. And Hillary Davis, nice comment. Pinocchio, that adds just a little dash of pedophilia as well, doesn't it? Ooh, strong statement. Lucky for the entities. Whoops, this thing jumped on me. We're getting at the place where we can't anymore probably begin to read every one of these, but I think you're on point about a lot of the stuff, Jeff. I appreciate that. Oh my gosh, Jeff, ha ha ha. I'm not sure what I said, but anytime I can make a girl laugh, it's all right with me. I saw a vid on Elvis and him admitting possession. Bullshit. I'll just say that right out loud. Bullshit. Elvis never admitted possession by demons. If you saw it, it's fake. Trust the guy wearing the Elvis Crown Electric T-shirt that's been backstage Graceland, knows all the players of the, just don't believe it. The powers that be have begun providing handy androids for them to, yes, I agree. Interdimensional beings. Renaissance woman is in the house. We need a new church. Well, not a church, but maybe not new, but let's be humanity. I like that, expanding the process. I was called Satan by a childhood friend the other day. Well, good for you. If I haven't been called Satan 3 times by the time I finish my first cup of coffee, I'm wondering what's wrong. I think you're on point. Thank you very much. Many of the homeless and demons have much in common. This is interesting. Used to go to a Catholic homeless shelter for food. To attract homeless people, they offer a bowl of soup and a game of bingo and a packet of fags if you win. Fags are cigarettes, but they may offer some other stuff. Thank you, Mother of Dragons. Horrible thing is that there's over 2 homeless folks going through the center. Yeah, a lot of homeless folks. And think about the homeless demons, ladies and gentlemen. Stupid is as stupid does. That's absolutely true. Where are my rods? They all got mailed out Friday. I know I took way too long to get those done. It won't happen again. Blame me. It's my fault. It won't happen again. I promise. Beth Roper says, I'm still shocked. I thought she was about to speak in tongues. I'm not sure what that means. We are the host. If we balance the energy and get the baddies gone, the 7 backlash won't apply. No, not if you're ready. Beth Roper's homeless, really? Well, I hope you're not a homeless demon. That's just a little joke. Warrior Princess, I had a prophet read over me and said he saw nerve damage in my body. Then I started having problems. I feel like he cursed me. It's exactly what he did, Warrior Princess. Don't let these people prophesy over you. Don't let these people touch you. Don't go into Christian churches anymore. If you're going into Catholic churches, you're asking to be demonized. If you're going into Protestant churches, you're asking to be demonized. Would you walk into a room filled with rattlesnakes? Would you walk into a room filled with vipers? Would you swim in a backyard pool with 2 great white sharks that haven't been fed in a month in it? Would you? Then why would you walk into a den of demons? A den of unbalanced entities? Because when you walk in, it's the same as saying, you know what? Dracula needs your permission to come into your house. When you walk into Dracula's house, you're giving that permission. When you walk into the Christian church, when you walk into the Catholic church, you're saying, here I am, suck me dry. I have been reticent to be this blunt up until now because I want people to, it's just time to be plain. If you're going to a Catholic church, you're saying, here I am, suck me dry. You're offering yourself to demons. If you're going to a Protestant church, any Protestant church, if you're going to a Catholic church, any Catholic church, you are offering yourself to demons. You are giving your permission for them to suck you dry. It's your own fault if you go to these churches. Stop. What if you have to go to a wedding or a funeral? That's a tough one. I wouldn't go, but I'm an idiot. I'm a jerk. If you have to go to a wedding or a funeral, 12D your shield up. Get your 12D shield up. Wear your some red around your left wrist. Pray over yourself. Ground yourself. Stay there as little a time as you could. I wouldn't go, to be honest with you. Thank goodness a lot of these weddings now are held out in different places. I wouldn't go. But if you have to go, you're taking your chances. Why do you think they have them in churches? Well, we got to go to our wedding. Why do you think they have the churches and the weddings in the church? Why do you think they have the funerals in the church? Because guess what? A lot of people that won't go to church any other time will go for a wedding. A lot of people that won't go to church any other time, they'll go for a funeral. And you're going in, you're giving your permission, suck me dry. Why do you think they make such a big deal about Christmas and Easter? Because a lot of people won't go anytime other than Christmas and Easter. You're taking a chance. Can you swim faster than that great white shark? Can you dodge all those rattlesnakes, diamondbacks striking at you? I wouldn't do it. But that's just me. And if you have to do it, then you better get your protection on. That's all I got to say, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we've been 33 minutes into this, and I'm just through with demons. I haven't even got to ETs. Should I make another broadcast in this one now, make another broadcast? Or should we go on and talk about the church working with ETs as well? What do you think? Give me some feedback. Another show, or do we press on with this one? Catholic Church is the biggest secret society on the planet. Yes. Push on. Keep going. I need why red on your left wrist? Because it blocks the evil eye. Keep going. 3. Resonates with you. Would love another show. Why do people feel the gross need for sugar spirits? Please continue. Okay, we'll continue. So we've talked about why they're working with demons, and I think I've proven it to you beyond any doubt that they're working with demons. Now check this out, and I'm going to do this really small, or I'm going to do this really short, and I'm going to show you why they're also working with ETs. This is my book, Final Message of the Last Apostle, It's available on my website, jeffreydarty.com. There's a ebook version and there's also a print version. I recommend you get the print version because it's such important stuff that you need to know. But at any rate, I want to show you why the church is working with extraterrestrials. It is working with what you call aliens, and they don't have your best interests at heart, and it cannot be disputed. What you see in bold is the King James Version. And then I break it down what it means in the original Greek and put it right into English for you. So King James says in Matthew chapter 1, when Mary was espoused to Joseph, before they came together, she was found with child of the Lord. Sounds almost holy, doesn't it? She was found to be a host of the Lord, Lord of hosts, Deborah L. Smith, bam. So what it really says in the original Greek is that Mary discovered she was holding something in her womb from the Lord. Mary discovered she was holding something in her womb from the Lord. The word for baby, infant, or child is not used. Why not? Because it wasn't a baby, an infant, or a child. It was something deposited into her womb from the Lord. But wait, there's more. The whole thing, the Lord came, overshadowed her, blah, 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 right? Written by a doctor. Written by a doctor. Mary, you will conceive in your womb. It sounds wonderful, doesn't it? Sounds, oh, the Lord just likes little girls, which is creepy enough that the Lord would be sexing up a 12, 13, 14-year-old girl. You do that today and you're in the Democratic National Committee. Oh, no, you're not. You're in jail unless you're really tight with Hillary Clinton. But anyway, 13, 14-year-old girl, 12-year-old girl, you will conceive in your womb. Oh, it sounds holy. We just had Christmas. She conceived in her womb. 13 years old, the Lord, Big Daddy. I wonder if he made Mary put in pigtails. Anyway, yeah, it's sick, isn't it? Thou shalt conceive in thy womb. That's what King James said. You know what the Greek says? Your womb will be taken hold of or seized. You will be taken hold of or seized in your womb. Now, I don't have a womb, but I can guarantee you that having it taken hold of or seized would not be comfortable. So the Lord took hold of and seized a 12, 13, 14-year-old girl's womb. The power of the highest shall overshadow thee. The Spirit of the Lord shall come upon thee. Sounds holy, doesn't it? You know what it says in the original Greek? You'll be overtaken as in an attack. The power, might, and strength of the Lord will overwhelm you. You'll be overtaken as an attack. The power, might, and strength of the Lord will envelop you. After this, you'll discover you're holding in your womb something from the presence of the Lord. The Lord flat out raped a 12, 13, 14-year-old girl and artificially inseminated her. He paralyzed her, he violated her, and he put this thing in her womb. The good news is none of it really happened. It's all a story they made up, but it's a story you've been believing for 2,000 years. But it's proof positive that they're working with ETs, they're working with aliens, they're trying to make you think they are. They're trying to create a scenario to facilitate future UFO ET stuff. And this was written by a doctor. A doctor says you're going to be paralyzed, overcome, raped, and artificially inseminated. Somebody say, well, it wasn't rape because she agreed to it. I don't know if she did or not. Again, thankfully, it's a fairy tale that never happened. So that's the supposed insemination of Mary. That's what the church wants you to believe. That's what you've believed for 2,000 years. It never really happened, but they want you to believe it. You are believing it. It's the basis of Western society. One of the bases of Western society. Okay, so that's that's when Mary got knocked up. That's when Mary got raped. I know you don't like it, but the God you worship, we love you, Lord. And I lift my voice to worship you. Oh, my soul rejoice. I love to worship a rapist. I love to worship a God that rapes little girls. I just feel like praising a pedophilic predator. Oh, I worship you, Lord, you raping bastard. I worship you, Lord, the one that paralyzes little girls and puts his seed in them. I love you, you artificial inseminating rat bastard piece of you know what. That's what you're doing. Don't get mad at me, bro. Don't get mad at me, sis. You're the one who's worshiping it. Not to mention, no wonder you can go to your Catholic church knowing that the priests are raping boys. No wonder you can go to your Protestant church knowing that the missionaries are raping boys and girls and the pastor's back there banging his secretary and probably your wife. It doesn't bother you because you know the God is a pervert anyway. So if you worship a God that's a pervert, pedophile, rapist, why would you not go to a church? It makes all makes perfect sense to me now. All makes perfect sense to me now. So that was the getting her pregnant part. Now, what about the part when he was born? What about the part when he was born? What happened then? We're going to give you a short version. The Lord shines upon them, and they were sore afraid. Well, guess what? The Lord shined upon them. The Greek says the Lord appeared as in an attack. A messenger of the Lord appeared as in an attack, and blinding brightness shined all around them. Let me give it to you in the plain English. A being from the sky suddenly from out of nowhere appeared as in an attack, and with blinding brightness which shined all about, encasing them in light. They were encased, the shepherds in the field were encased in blinding columns of light. Ask Travis Walton how that feels. How many times have you seen on X-Files or Fringe or any of the other shows, people encased in blinding columns of light? Why do they use that imagery? Well, gee, I don't know. Maybe it's because it comes from the stinking Bible, and they want you to tie this all together in your twisted minds. You call me crazy. I'm the crazy one because I don't want to worship a raping pedophile God. I'm the crazy one because I don't want to worship this God that encases people in blinding columns of light. I'm the crazy one because I want to tell you the rat bastard you're worshiping has perpetrated all of this crap that we're dealing with today. And I'm the crazy one because I'm telling you not to worship this rat bastard. I'm the crazy one. Woo! Not only as stupid as stupid does, crazy is as crazy does. Likewise, suddenly they were surrounded by a great crowd like a heavenly army. So a bunch of these ETs, these UFOs, these aliens showed up. Classic ET, alien, UFO imagery in the insemination of Mary, the rape of Mary, and in the supposed birth of baby Jesus. Again, the good news is none of this happened. It's a story they've made up, but they want you to believe this stuff. And let's go on to the next great event in the birth of Christ, or in the great event in the life of Jesus when he was crucified, right? Remember what happened when he was crucified? Darkness fell upon the earth. It didn't get dark. That's what you have to know. It did not get dark. A shadow fell over Jerusalem. There was something big enough to block out the sun and cast a shadow. And not only that, it was something that Jesus on the cross could look up and see that thing. And at the 9th hour, when that thing left, the scripture tells us that at the 9th hour, that thing that was blocking out the sun left. And it was at the 9th hour that Jesus said, "Why the hell are you leaving me here? My God, why hast thou forsaken me? Eloi, Eloi, lema sabachthani." Literal English says, "Why have you abandoned me and left me here?" Jesus hanging on the cross saw the thing blocking out the sun. Jesus hanging on the cross saw the thing blocking out the sun leave and said, "Yo, wait a second. You told me you were going to take me with you. Why have you left me here? Why have you left me here?" This might have happened because there might have been a fake false crucifixion. I believe there probably was. But dude, it wasn't Jesus. It wasn't the Christ. It was, believe it or not, Thomas, the doubting Thomas. It was that dude. I've proven it. Get the book, read it. And he says, wait a minute, because he thought that the thing that blocked out the sun that he saw leave was supposed to take him. What was it? It was a damn ship. So there in the crucifixion of Jesus, you got this ship thing, and that's not enough for you. The force of this thing coming and going created earthquakes strong enough to shake the foundation, shift the foundation in the temple, and cause the veil to be ripped in two. That veil was as thick as a man's hand from here to here. It caused that cloth to rip, only because the only thing that could do that is if the foundation dropped like that, and it tore it, and that's what happened. And graves were opened because the ship was coming and going. The leaving of the ship, turning on its engines, it was 2,000 years ago. Their technology wasn't as good as it is today. It caused great earthquakes. And wait for it, folks. There's more. How about the resurrection? What happens at the resurrection? There was a great shaking seismic activity caused by the appearance of the messenger of the Lord. Same exact thing. Back comes that craft. Earthquake happens. Stone rolls away from the tomb of Jesus. It's really Thomas in that tomb. He gets up and he walks out. The messenger of the Lord was descending or coming down from the heavens, and it caused a great shaking like seismic activity. And as this messenger drew near, the shaking caused the stone to roll away. It looked like a flash of lightning. George Norrie told me on Coast to Coast AM that one of the messages of Fatima was that the sun came down to earth. We know the sun didn't come down, but something that shone like a disc of light did come down. And guess what's happening at the second coming, ladies and gentlemen? I don't really have time to go into all this, but at the second coming, ladies and gentlemen, he's coming back in a spaceship, hiding his own name, pretending he's somebody else, wearing garments that are stained by the spray of arterial blood of all the people he's killed. The church is working with demons. The church is working with aliens. No doubt about it. Let me see if I can get back to where I left off and answer any questions. Let's see if I can get back to where I started. Red on wrist. Okay. You're talking about Sandra D on Wayne's show last night. Please continue, Jeff. Okay, here we go. ETs, church involvement, abductions, and visitations. Yes, I agree. ETs are demons, fallen angels. Some of them, yes, I agree. Use your heart color to block evil anything. Susan, Sandra D, yes. Do the aliens know what they're in for? I don't know. The church put up the Hubble telescope. I'd like to find out more about this protection by wearing the red band. It's an old Kabbalah thing. There's a place in Hope, Arkansas that's doing clones. You know, I hear that stuff. She discovered that she was raped. Exactly, Trey. Aliens actually invaded and they don't have a clue. Okay. So happy to find people that understand the Catholic Church mafia. Thank you. Peruvian mummy that resembles a gray alien with child discovered and they named her Mary. Ooh, how about that? Clinton was a moon child and her father was L. Ron Hubbard. I don't know. I've never seen any evidence for that, but that's kind of interesting. I get the evil eye from the Catholic priest. Muhammad had a thing for little children also. They all do. All the Abrahamic idiots have it. Jeff has a great voice. Huh? Thank you, Tiffany. Tell it, Jeff. Is this why Muslims feel entitled to rape little girls? Yes. Excellent, Elizabeth. Artificial insemination. Wait a minute. Yeah. Or maybe I don't think he came down and actually raped the girl. I think he artificially inseminated her. And again, remember, it didn't happen. There was no baby Jesus. It's all made up. There's 500 people just like this baby Jesus. It didn't happen, but they've sold it to you as happening, and they've sold it to you as happening with ETs, aliens. Why use the ET and alien imagery? Because they're going to use it again in the future, and we are preventing them from being able to leverage it by getting the news out. Ponders and rubs chin. Yeah, I do that a lot. I think we're all aliens here, except for black people. Really? Oh my goodness, that's hilarious. That's hilarious. Did God try to put AI in Mary? Well, he put something in Mary. There's something about Mary. Oh my goodness, that's funny. The baby cheeses. I met Travis Walton. I spent a week with Travis, or 4 or 5 days with Travis. I believe him. I believe him. The fact is, there's hundreds of other gods, born of a virgin, December 25, died, arose, blew my freaking mind. You're right, Tiffany. Absolutely 100% right. Yes, Deborah, it was a mothership. No telling what the Vatican Library is hidden from us. No doubt whatsoever. I learned so much from Jeff. Thank you, Taylor. They worship a black cube. It represents Saturn. Yes, I agree with that. The sun is made of filaments, fear porn. It's an Irish thing, Jeff. I don't know which one's an Irish thing. Let's get some thumbs up. I appreciate that. Zeus likes mortal women too. They all do. They all do. And I'm pretty amazed that I haven't got the you're going to hell, Antichrist, Jesus is going to kill you. I spoke at a conference in Minnesota with Scotty Roberts. He put on the conference, a Paradigm Symposium. Travis was one of the guest speakers. Oh, it's an Irish thing. Yeah, I got it. As I was. And ate breakfast every morning with Travis, hung out with Travis, heard his presentation, watched his movie. I believe the brother's telling the truth. I just do. I believe he's telling the truth. He's a real gentleman. He's a funny guy. And I think he's true. I think he's true. So there you go. The trolls are still asleep. It's only noon 30. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's part one. The church is working with demons. The church is working with aliens. I'm going to be back in a little while and talk about, are UFOs demons? Are UFOs demons? Are demons UFOs? And then we're going to talk about disclosure. All of that today. I want to thank you for being here. Many people in the chat room, many first timers. I hope that you will come back. And I hope that you will be continuing to ask questions and continuing to question answers. Mark says, please do more work on this. It's really great. I'll do my best, Mark, but it's kind of a shallow pool. There's not much really here. Once you've been through it, you've been through it. I hate to be doing, repeats and stuff like that, but I'll do all that I can. Thank you very much. I'm just hoping that disclosure, we don't just gulp it down, that we really actually, anyway, I'll talk about that later today. Yeah, good luck on my job at the electrical shop. Yeah, Crown Electric is where Elvis worked. It's kind of a cool shirt. I had to buy it. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, tune in later today for more broadcast excellence. Go back and watch the beginnings of the paranormal trip, the trip that we've done so far. We've got Coral Castle. We've got Georgia Guidestones. We've got Parthenon in Nashville. We've got Hermitage. And we've got Lookout Mountain. Already 5 stops on the paranormal trip. And sooner or later, once we get a few more stops, we'll have a nice paranormal trip t-shirt with the with the beaver on the front and the list of the stops on the back, just like a concert t-shirt. I think that'll be pretty cool. Thank you, Cynthia, for finding me through the leak project. And disclosure is a distraction. Thank you very much, Elizabeth Hudson. Somebody, a couple of locals told me there was blood on top of those Georgia Guidestones. You can see it there if you watch the video. But check out Leak Project, Rex Bear. Check out Heidi Vandenberg, Channel 27. Check out R. Wayne Steiger. Check out Overwatch Channel. Check out Crypto Truth Seekers. Check out Sandra D. Angelo's channel. I don't know what it's called, but check those things out and stay tuned for more information from your friendly neighborhood Christian whistleblower. I'm Jeffrey Daugherty. I'll be back again real soon. Keep asking questions. Keep questioning answers. Lose religion and find God. I salute all of you who are here seeking after truth and encourage you to continue to unindoctrinate yourself.